destruction is not beautiful. It's a global scale violence. We lost the beginning, and there seems to be no end. It's a modern dystopia. Mass destruction is not beautiful. It's a global scale violence. We lost the beginning, and there seems to be no end. It's a modern dystopia.
Idiotic ink, we bend, we bow, plugged in deep, we don't know how. Wires bind the soul and skin, tech of tomorrow, let them in. Through the screen, through the veins, they control, we feel no pain. Silent orders, unseen strings, we are theirs, mindless kings. Idiotic ink, we hear their call. Under their reign, we rise, we fall. In the nets, in the grid, there's no place our thoughts can hide. Whispers coded, dreams undone. Every thought they own, they run. We once had a choice, now we obey. Lost in the net, night and day. Idiotic ink, rulers of minds. Tethers unseen, yet tightly binds. A world of numbers, ones and zeros. They forge our fate, the unsung heroes. Whiskers scream through the veins, they control, we feel no pain. Silent orders, unseen strings, we are theirs, mindless kids. Idiotic ink, we hear their call. Under their reign, we rise, we fall. In the nets, in the grid, there's no place our thoughts can hide. Whispers coded, dreams undone. Every thought they own, they run. We once had a choice, now we obey. Lost in the net, night and day. Idiotic end, rulers of minds, tethers unseen yet tightly binds. A world of numbers, ones and zeros, they forge our fate, the unsung heroes.
Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to Monday. It's back again. I swear, it just keeps coming back. You can't avoid it. It's the Monday. Yes. Whoa, and there's people already bouncing off auto mod. Welcome in, everybody, and yes, welcome to the beginning of jet lag time zone, in which many people are going to find themselves very confused, because we've got quite a few different regions doing different things with time zones, so everyone's going to be around and very messed up. Be kind. Be nice. Don't be too much of a gremlin. However, we've got quite a lot of people arriving in already. We've got a Blast and a Frau K and a True Purple, all hanging out before I even managed to push a button. We've got Feg having definitely a button day. We've got thank you for 8 months of subscription and for 120 stream streak. It's raining and wet today. I think you're going to regret that one. We've got a Raven. Welcome in to Raven, who's checking in on mobile, but only checking in intermittently, so do not go rioting. I still have buttons to control the lot of you. And yes, welcome into Feg. I should have said that. Welcome into Canadian Dragon, who I know is, well, they're busy elsewhere streaming, and being amazing as always. So I'm going to push that button and give them a shout out, hopefully. And even better, we have a Hunter 555, who I do believe is also an amazing and fantastic person, and also an amazing and fantastic streamer. And as soon as I can find where that button is, there it is. I hope you're feeling a bit better, Hunter. Let's see, who else? We've got a Nanian being Nanian. Welcome in, Nanian. Let's see, and a Glam Pixie has arrived, which is amazing. And Cyber Goblin, welcome in. Blast, yep. My condolences to everyone for being Monday. Yep. Let's check Temporal Confusion Week. Temporal Confusion Week that is going to go on for 3 weeks minimum. Several more if you allow for the fact that Australia and New Zealand will be changing in April as well. I don't know why it's called Daylight Savings Time. There's absolutely no savings going on. Red, welcome in. Haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you as well. Let's double check. World still spins when you stand, so ooh, yes. Not good if the world is spinning. Be careful, look after yourself. Right. Now I think I've managed to catch up. I haven't pushed any buttons by way of logging in, so let's see what happens. And welcome to the universe. We are just bankers who think they can invest their daylight if they get it. Yeah, well, yes. We have on the server a Blast and a Feg, both being awesome. Apparently the real world is being mirrored in Minecraft. We happen to have more rain. However, I think it's... No, it's terrible. My inventory, however, is a mess, because I spent yesterday roaming the seas, looking for a few things. And part of that was... Let's see. Part of that was in aid of the bingo for the eye. Because on the grounds of... well, I didn't want to bore everyone with bingo this week, so I've done most of it. However, there are bits that I haven't done, so I need tiny bits to finish off. Notably, I think I'm short 2 or 3 items, but I'm not going to probably do much of those on stream. However, at some point I need to mend my brush. You've been going so long because Twitch decided to turn your notifications off randomly and you forgot. Well, that happens. That really happens. That is one of the things that I am going to read on stream, Feg. So, I have seen it, but I have not seen it. Right. Catch up. Catch up. Sanity is failing faster than ever. Also, we have a Pokemon in chat for those trying to catch it. Oh, and it's one I don't have, so I better try and catch that. Right. Also, I was about to say, do I not have game audio? But I do, so that's alright. Okay. Why do I have a head in my pocket? Petition to name my brass battle. Actually, I think I have it called Basil on another server. Or rather, in my own homeworld. But you know what? Why not? Oh, I don't suppose that happens to have somewhere for... Oh, it did. Nautilus shells. I ran into a few drowned who didn't like me roaming around their houses. Basil, as in Basil Brush. A fox puppet that was regularly known in the UK for going boom boom, which I'm sure Nanyan would be happy with. Wrong type of boom, of course. Let's see, sea lanterns go into... I don't know why I'm doing this manually. I theoretically have a sorting system. Never use it. Whoops. Well, that's in the wrong place. Apparently I've got no control over my brain. Right. Eel goes in... Yes. I'm still attempting to get hold of a screaming goat. And as you can tell, I might have been getting beaten up by goats a bit. Whoops. Wrong button. Google's. That is not familiar. Basil Brush was not well known. Right, I think I need the shelter sherd for the bingo. So that's one thing I needed to sort out. Let's put those away. And somebody... Katsune, welcome in. Somebody mentioned... I know that we were possibly trying... It doesn't really look like it. It does look like it. Ooh, that's useful. I did not know we had that installed. We can copy sherds. That is so much more useful. Oh, we can make sherds until the cows come home. That is so nice. Right, I'm going to put that glass bottle in there, and I'm going to put away the... Oh, believe me, I went through 2 stacks of rockets as well yesterday, Fake. Wrong button. I may have... I was wandering my way along this area of the ocean. I think I did a lot of brushing around this area. and it drove me nuts. Hello, Cosmic. Welcome in. As a result, I'm aware that I have possibly raided quite a lot of any of the locations that may have those shirts. So, if anyone needs them, just wander over and have a chat with me. And that's why... did you manage to get one, Feg? Because if not, come on, just wander over, and I now have spare shirts, it seems. Pufferfishy's second. Yes. Beetle MC, welcome in. You got everything for bingo for now. Awesome. I think I'm still short 4 items, apparently. Ooh. However, since we need to go over to the bingo and read what the heck this book is. There. Well then. Pufferfish head, pufferfish angry, pufferfish head, pufferfish angry, pufferfish annoyed, pufferfish angry, pufferfish head, pufferfish angry, pufferfish head, and all the puffer delivery. Apparently, the pufferfish are upset. Oh well, I'll store that there. More contributions to the eye. Well, I mean, that's for sacrificing your cousins to the eye. I only handed over a couple... actually, it wasn't just your cousins I sacrificed to the eye. I handed over your head a couple of times. Oh, sorry. Right. In the interests of paying attention. Or not. Right. Ooh, actually. This was fun. Yay! I managed to find the most watching eyes last week, which is always good. And welcome in to Ritsu. It's 2 fragging early or late. Daylight savings is for those who can afford it. Well, that does require savings, Ritsu, but thank you so much for a 75 stream streak. Meanwhile, over here, ooh, Dragonhead. 64 per pillars, times 2. A bucket of tadpole. 2 golden eyes. I'm curious what golden eyes are used for, but I'm also wondering if I have to be careful, because if I use them, do they end up, you know, causing an EMP pulse to knock out the entirety of the world? 16 armadillo scoots, some diamond boots with unbreaking, and 5 protection. Dang it, Fig, you and I have both got our brain cells being shared today. And a bucket of tadpole. Well, I guess we don't get any milk out of that bucket. However, over here we have this week's chaos of bingo. This one's a fun one. We have to get a fireworks star, and we have to get exactly... No, for myself, Fig. That has to match. This has to match. This doesn't. I still need to get one of those. One of those. And I don't know what else I'm missing. Oh, I've not put smooth stone in. That's what I've forgotten. However, ignoring all of that, the presents from the eye for this week are 10 torch flowers and 10 pitcher plants. Woohoo! You're still confused on how you milk a tadpole. Well, I don't want to know. I'm really not sure I want to know. Some diamonds, an emerald ore, coffee maker with a... I didn't notice that ending up in my inventory. The heck? Coffee maker with a pufferfish in it. Actually, I'll look at that when we're not in here. I don't want to upset the... however, we have the story of the eye. So, let us enable announcer voice. Long ago, before time was counted, the eye was whole, powerful, and ever-seeing. But power breeds fear, and those who wish to control the unknown trapped the eye in a realm beyond reach. For thousands of years, it has been bound, watching, waiting. Yet even in its prison, the eye is not powerless. It sends out its gaze, releasing countless smaller eyes into different worlds, seeking those who will aid in its return. This is why the players have been chosen. The eyes must be found and returned to the temple. Each one strengthens the watcher, bringing it closer to freedom. And the bingo? A test. A sacrifice. A way to regain control. The blocks chosen each week are infused with the eye's vision, granting it the power to move them, break them, and shift the boundaries of its cage. With every token returned, with every bingo completed, the eye grows stronger. Will you help it escape, or will you stand in its way? The eye is watching. Always. Ooh. That's going to be an interesting storyline. I'm not sure whether or not helping the eye out is a good thing, a bad thing, or what. It's going to be interesting. You're 6 kilometers away from a Gordon. And welcome in to Folmers and Elkhorn, who have arrived midway through story time there. Yes. These keep getting more interesting. I don't suppose... Oh, yes. Hold on. And... Nope, this is the wrong side. I need to deliver some eyes. Because I have been hunting. So, let's put those in. Keeping it nice and simple. So far, I've only got the 22. Only. So, yes. Things are getting interesting. Curious to see where we end up. $6K, not 6 kilometers. Oh, sorry, 6K. 6,000. Sorry, 6,000 points away from a Gordon. I apologise. I know what I'm talking about. Really, I do. You vote for me to anger the eye next. Really? Also, who put a pufferfish inside of a coffee maker? Oh, no. Too soon. There we are. However, all of that ongoing animal cruelty, that's what it is. I didn't do it, so I don't know where this animal cruelty has come from. I'm not even sure I knew where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Pufferfish in a coffee maker. Not sure that one makes sense. Oh well, I'll store it with the custom heads. No good can come from a caffeinated pufferfish. Oh, that, yes, that's definitely a statement. Right, I'm going to put the smooth stone into my collections before I forget. That brings me to 3 short. Need to work out what one of them... So it's the rabbit's foot. It's the mushroom... sorry, the spider eye. Fermented spider eye. Do I have the fermented spider eye? I've got 2 spider's eyes. I'll just have to make sure I remember to replace them. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Pufferfish Joe. Okay, that sounds a bit more sensible, Elkhorn. Apparently I've not been out murdering rabbits. However, that's neither here nor there, and not on my list of things to do. So what I'm going to do is put down a shulker box, and actually, yeah, I'm going to put a shulker box down, put those 2 bundles into it, and temporarily load that into my ender chest so that I remember where the heck they are. And what I do have planned for today is, actually, I want to do some building, or more to the point, and dangerously, I want to do some... what happens when you mine a potato plant with silk touch, and why doesn't it drop the plant? Never ever known. For those trying to catch one, we have a Pokemon in chat. As you can see, I have another building appearing here. And more importantly, it has a basement, which I'm going to cheatily light up with some of that. Counts for weeklies, probably both. Ooh, dang it. And I missed. At some point, once all of the mods in the universe have caught up with us, we will be upgrading this server. And at that point, we will have Pale Oak Moss. Or Pale Oak Moss? Pale Moss. One of those. And since I've been selling moss, I want to make sure I have a farm ready for it. But equally, my main farm is currently hidden, buried underneath a building back on Spawn Island, which I don't really think is... You'll be the first to claim Pale Oak. Mine! 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 Pale Oak, moss, and creaking hearts, yes. Have a good meeting, Elkhorn. Hopefully it goes okay. So, these 2 chests are basically 2 moss farms in Potentia. And one thing I do need to work out is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 7 wide is the middle lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is... It is Cosmic the Hottie joining the game. So 1 back from here should be 11, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. That's my corners. Thank you for joining us, Red, and have a good time zone. Now, apparently, this has forgotten it exists. So, what I need to do, or what I want to do, is set up... Well, actually, what I'm going to... Squirrel! What I'm going to do is repeat the farm I already have, just twice over. So what we have down here is a useful and very functional farm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aha, okay. Useful to know. that appears to be my output. What I might do is flip it, just so I know. But first, we've got to build it. Right. Where am I? Oh, yes. Ooh, actually, before I do... Med check and feeding check, doggo check. Yes. So, everyone remember, med check if needed. I'm going to acquire some food, because I'm down to my last cooked chicken. And honestly, there's a few stacks spare still. I just keep eating that. I don't see the point in, in doing anything else. We successfully overdid it with the cooked chicken on this server. Hello, Shadow Sky. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. And apparently I'm starting to run a little bit... Oh, hold on. I should have slept. Boing. Now I could have done the very simple thing of setting up a schematic of that farm and copying it, but that would require me to have thought ahead, and that would require me to actually have the faintest clue how the heck to use Light-Matica. And since I don't, and I don't really want to confuse the living heck out of everybody in stream, I am just going to rely on a YouTube video in the corner of my monitors to remember how to build this. So the one I'm currently using is being provided by a YouTuber called Basic Redstone. And I'm hoping this is their design. If it isn't, they probably got it from somebody else. Either way, I'm crediting them because that's the one that I'm following. Hail Hydrate! And a stretch as well, just to make sure that I am not shrimp mode. Ooh. Oh, yeah, there we are. Today on, there goes my shoulder. Okay, so first thing we need is some hoppers and some chests. Now the fun thing is I'm going to be doing this and mirroring it. Question is, do I want the output here or here? Kind of feels like it would be better at this end. So 1, 2, 3. That's a hopper. Wow. Right. There. And there. And apparently, no matter what I do, this doesn't remember that I want to actually control this. So and we have another 4. 1, 2. So 1. You're shrinking so hard your cat thinks you're food. That sounds like a bad thing. 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So So it should be one left and back a bit. Place 4 blocks in this pattern, 1 block away from the chest. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I need my chosen blocks. Oops, I'll hold on to those. So to try and make this look pretty, I am going with chiseled copper. And I've gotten that wrong already. Did I do that over here? No, I got that right over here. How annoying. Kind of wish this had actually... Two blocks like so, and add a redstone torch. Here. Okay. So I need my redstone torch. There. The interesting thing is, I have a play and pause button on my computer, but are we able to dye bundles on this server, or does it use... Yeah, so dyeing of bundles, as far as I know it's a vanilla thing. I don't know if we have a parity mod yet, though. It's, yeah. Annoying like that. So I need a comparator. Cat has now joined you in shrimping a catfish salad. You know? I don't know. So, I've never quite understood this. Don't think you can dye them currently. Yeah, oh well. This moves it into subtraction mode, I think. Three repeaters, set to 4 ticks as shown. Prepping for the winter treasure hunt. Okay. So I need repeaters. Oh, no, not that. Right, that's getting somewhere. Add one repeater into the 2-tick repeater with a block behind it. Right. I need a lever. So, here, block. And apparently, this is the power switch. Useful to know. Ah, I see. So that going into here locks this, which of course stops it from functioning. Today on Scotsman tries to learn redstone while he's building it. Ah, Hold on. Apparently I'm supposed to have left that flicked. And I now need to put blocks into the 3 corners. For those who are attempting to catch stuff, hey, that method worked for your bamboo farm. Yep. Never hurts to try and learn stuff while you're building it. I mean, that's how I ended up with my bamboo farm. Long may it be confusing. And for those attempting to catch anything and everything, we have a delibird. That is a delibird for those who are trying to work out what the heck they're talking about. 1, 2, 3. Right. And place a sticky piston. Yeah. I need sticky pistons. Whoops. Actually, we must be getting close to the point where I can hold almost all of this material in my inventory. Hey, what do you know? I can hold almost all of this material in my inventory, except for the signs and the glass. Oh well, getting there. Right, that should be there. Poker check, not a weekly. I love the way that it's decided that not a weekly is part of the command there. Apparently it doesn't understand full stops as terminators. Alright. Sticky piston. Add an observer into the piston and make sure it's add a block and then a sticky piston. Ooh, okay. Oh, we've lost a blast. So, that, and that. You, and you. Okay, so, signal here. This is a clock, if I remember rightly. Well, the way I read this. Need to head out to bed. Chaos on the menu tomorrow. Well, look after yourself, Blast. Right. So if I'm reading this right, this is a clock, and this is basically going to be. Yeah. So we've got a 1-tick pulse coming out of this every time that moves. Interesting. Whoops. There we are. Throws a pufferfish head at all idiotic cylinders. You've already thrown many of those, Blast, but thank you. So this is clock driven and turning a clock into a single tick pulse. Interesting. Double chest. And another hopper. And another double chest. Okay. So we are back over here. Ooh. No, that's right. And double chest. It's one of those moments where I try to remember how to the fact that I'm inverting things here, and hope to goodness that I'm inverting them the correct way. Interesting. Right. And that's the last of my chests. Woohoo! We're making progress. We're using up some of the materials. Oops. Oh, hold on. I've done something different here. One of these is right and one of these is wrong. And it's the one on the left that's wrong. This is what you get for trying to actually read the instructions. Okay. Now we should be a perfect mirror again. Good. Yes. Functional, maybe. Let's see. Double chest, like so. Right. Hopper into that with a moss block to the right. Okay. So I'm going to build all of this with normal moss right now. But I must make sure that I don't turn on this until, or one of these, until we've got pale moss, at which point I can swap out the moss. Or I can always turn it off and reset it. Hopefully. Okay, and a dispenser facing into that. So I'm assuming that is where our bone meal will be going into this to actually cause all of the farm to grow bone meal. Grow bone meal? Grow moss even. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we need to hopper this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love the fact that I'm trying desperately to mirror this in my head while I'm building it, and I'm hoping to goodness that I'm getting it right. I'm not. I am not doing this right. This one is wrong. I've built... I've built this one rotated 180. I've not built this one mirrored. Because all of this should be over here. Oh, dagnabbit. Time to rip it all out and start again. I'm going to assume yes. On the grounds that I don't know. Where's the lever? Oh, there it is. Wait. That's the power switch. I'll get this right in a minute, I hope. Now it's sticky piston, observer, block, sticky piston. As far as I'm aware, that should now be a perfect mirror. Survey says... no, it's not. How is there an off by 1 error? Wait. Have I just... how? Sticky piston is on different places. Yeah. I can... I have utterly smegged that one up. It's not just that, I've got everything off by 1 as well. Somehow. No. It should be here and here. No. Okay, that's right. Oh boy. And this is why redstone on stream is a bad idea. Right. Pure comedy for you. Last week you tried to design your own moss. First iterations had a super negative amount of bone meal. Following iterations got a surplus. Yay for surplus. Oh, I haven't done that. One. Oh, that's not right. What am I missing? Ah! Redstone torch. That's better. That's better. Observer. Block. Sticky piston. Right. It's... okay. Are you mirrored? Say, yes, Paul. I like this, but not a lot. Okay. Oh, boy. Is it me or is this a bad idea? Why am I building this? Oh, boy. I apparently need to stick an observer in here somehow, like so. Yeah, I do wonder whether or not doing this sort of thing on stream is a bad idea or not. But then again, as Frauke says, it's at least comedy gold for all of you lot. Make sure the observer here looks like that. Yes. And 2 composters there and there. 1, 2. Out. And for those attempting to catch all of their Pokemon, we have a Shelder in chat. So, it looks like these 2 are providing bone meal into this, and then this is the rest of it. So, effectively, 2/3 of the output of this farm goes into keeping this farm running. That seems highly inefficient, almost. Add in 2 glass between them, then a line of 5 glass blocks. Right, now we get into the glassing. Nope. Whoops, I'm out of Pokeballs. It's tiny compared to the one on my homeworld. That is true. I'm also vaguely hoping that at some point I plan on actually doing this one on my how do I get around here? On my homeworld as well, because I suspect having a smaller and slightly more reactive moss farm is probably a good thing to have. And Kurtzune caught that one. Nice. I think I'm still mirroring this. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over the top of that. Right. Hey, TGM. 2, 3, 4, 5. Not here. This is why you're not allowed to place blocks. Too slow looking up the stats for the weeklies. Oh well, there's a whole week to go. Yes. Yes, there is. Okay, that looks good. All right. So. Four blocks here with a gap as shown. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to make climbing up on top of this a lot harder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Must remember that. Yeah, nearly fell in the pit. This is the point where I have to remember to mirror again. Place a door on this block and put 2 pistons on, but oh. Right. Now this is the bit that I find interesting. Because this, I've not seen Redstone using a door. So I'm assuming that the door is some sort of... well, some sort of sensor of sorts, I guess. At the end of the pistons, place a block with a stair sideways. Add block next to the stairs, and repeat on the other side. So it's block, stair, block, block, stair, block. Did I mirror? I don't think I've got much choice. But so far, as far as I can tell, it's all mirrored. About the only thing that is... but the only thing I can't really mirror is the placement of the door. Shift click one more stair against the door. Ooh. Somehow that feels more interesting. Now add a line of 5 temporary blocks here. Uh-oh. And use the... Uh-oh. I don't have temporary blocks. It didn't tell me I needed temporary blocks. What sort of design is this? I've got the instructions and it didn't have temporary blocks in the instructions. Also, it told me I needed 2 buckets of water. It's now telling me I need to place 3 buckets of water. That... 1 plus 1 does not equal 3. Fortunately, though, I think because I'm doing Minecraft, I can... work with infinite water sources. Right, so let's just lift my floor. Much drinking. Maybe they meant use 2 buckets to collect an infinite water source. Well, that would be nice if they'd actually said that. I mean, really. Right. Here. And here. And the SLA are forever drinking, so there's nothing new there. There. Right. Let's grab another bucket of water. And my temporary blocks. And let's sit in a composter for a minute and ponder, why are we doing this? Here we find a Scotsman attempting to compost himself and wondering why. Right. Fortunately, I think this is... Actually, I was about to say, I think this is the last of the water. There's no way this is the last of the water, because this whole thing needs water over here somewhere. Right. Okay. that's that. Place 7 glass blocks along the side on both sides. Right, where's the glass? There we are. Hello, Elkhorn. Welcome back. I am making 2 moss farms. Comedy and a moss farm. My intention is to have this ready for when we have pale moss, and to be able to run both types of moss in one room. Hopefully. Assuming that I can get this right. That's a very big assumption. There are so many assumptions in this. And lots of redstone that I'm getting wrong. Right. Place a piston facing the moss block above the dispenser. And downwards... What? Okay, so it's a piston over that, and a downward facing over the... Okay. Hello, Mad. Welcome in. Happy Monday. So I need that there, and this here. I'm assuming that's to break stuff should anything grow on top of it, which of course it will. Now add a line of 6 moss blocks and 2 diagonals. Okay. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. At the moment I'm making all of this with normal moss. I will have to come back and replace it later with pale moss once we have it on one of these. Okay, that's all of my moss. Moss, moss, moss. Moss, moss. Moss, 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 moss. Moss, moss, moss. All the moss. Make sure you place 2 signs on these moss blocks. And 3 hoppers into the composters and chest. Alright, so I need my signs. Would not mind it being a Monday if it wasn't godforsaken. Yeah. Right. Honest, that is pale moss. I needed to put in those hoppers that it mentioned. Soon, TM. Yes. Please look forward to it. I am looking forward to it. I like the pale moss and I want to use it. Right. Now add another layer of glass on the sides. Oh, okay. And then enjoy an advert in the middle of your YouTube video. Thank you so very much. We do have to deal with it, but not until the 30th, Mad, which is why we're in the middle of jet lag month. Just to really confuse things. So, yeah, it's very, very much confusing. It would be so much easier if it wasn't confusing. I was about to say, I can't be out of glass. And for those attempting to catch things, not a weekly. The fact that it's not a weekly doesn't mean that it might not be something I want to catch, though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And place a temporary, and then place 5 more glass. So, where's my temporaries? 5. So that seals that in. And now there's a dirt block in the middle of nothing. I'm going to use the dirt block over here so that I can find it again and it doesn't end up in the middle of the system. Because you can't put a dirt block into a composter. Very useful. Okay. Place a dispenser here and add a water bucket. What? Okay. I'm going to need my water buckets. 2 water buckets. That's what the gap's for. Oh. Water. And many people caught that. Kurzune, Mad Paradigm, and Ritsu all caught that. There we are. Right. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. 6 blocks around the water as shown. And shift right click an observer into the door. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and shift click an observer into the door. Like so. Well, so far it doesn't really look like there's anything that could have been a problem. Block. Okay, so block, redstone, redstone. It's then mentioning the lava bucket. So we're coming up on lava bucket o'clock. This is the point where it gets a bit warmer in here. Great, I fell. Right, place a lava bucket here. Okay. Should have created stone. It has. Are we taking out all 5? There's a block here then. I think it's missed one. Question, has that turned into stone? No, it hasn't. But equally, there's nothing Whoops. I've goofed. I've goofed. I've goofed. I've goofed. I've goofed. Heck. It can't because the center is a waterlogged stair. Yep. You're absolutely right there. You are absolutely right. That. Fortunately, I think there's only one piece of redstone that got affected by that. Hello, Footy. Welcome in. I'm going to leave that stone in there. I'm going to assume it is intentional, Elkhorn. I, however, thought that... Whoops. Oh, dear. Helps if you remember to put the redstone in. Redstone in? The lava in. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Oh, dear. Which side was this? That one. Is this my design or elsewhere? It's coming from elsewhere, Elkhorn. This is... I will end up posting a link into my Discord later, but this is coming from a YouTube video by Basic Redstone. Which, given the amount I'm stuffing it up, is absolutely necessary for it to be basic. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Right. I'm assuming at some point that must change, though. At least I hope it does. Right. Now, I need to block, glass. How does the stone get moved? I think every time it... so there are a set of pistons immediately behind the water blocks. So buried under here, underneath these two, is a pair of pistons, which are causing that to go forwards. And somewhere around here, there must be either it's the clock triggering it, or... yeah, it's the clock. So there is a clock sensor, or a clock system down here, which is what's causing this stone to move forwards. Right. Sticky piston on the block here. Temporary block and an observer facing up. Wait, that's going to be an interesting one. So, sticky piston, temporary block. Yeah, it's a lot of things have been placed that I don't understand yet. And now comes the how. I hope there's no specific siding on this. Alright. Make sure the observer looks like that. Well, I've got it facing in a slightly different direction, but it's at least facing up. Ooh, I should eat. I apparently have been taking damage flying back and forth between these two. I'm going to do this in a slightly different order because it's easier than trying to remove everything and then put it back. Alright. Don't think the reserves are rotation. That's good to know. That's all my glass. Oh, I'm guessing at some point that notices the door changing state and causes that to pop, does a one tick on this and chooses to switch on and off the water even. Come down and turn the farm. Really? See the stone and the water coming out. The stone pushed all the way. Okay, now we need to prime the farm. Apparently. And I'm fairly sure that this is the last of the water, so I'm going to do that. So apparently that should be... That's not bad. That's primed. So that's how it gets all the stone out. I'm going to assume that it's interesting that it's given me back 2 pieces of moss. Right, let's prime this one. Stone comes out. That's fairly quick. And that's it. I have 3 moss. Apparently I lost one, but that's not a worry. I'm guessing it went into one of these hoppers. Right, now the farm is primed, turn it off. And add 32 to 64 bone meal here to start it. And that's it. Possibly. Right, which one of these is set for pale and which one of these is set for normal? This one. Right. So, 32. In theory, that's it. I don't like the theory. So the bone meal is going into... There's something rotten in the state of Denmark here. So the bone meal's going into this moss, which should be causing this stone to be turned into moss, shouldn't it? Why is that not getting turned? Or is it and I'm just not noticing? see. Huh. We have a star U in chat for those attempting to catch one. Is the grass on the moss block? So the piston is flipping every so often, like so. I think I have goofed. The question is, where have I goofed? Monotype weekly. Okay. Something wrong here. Which is interesting because I've got this farm working elsewhere. Let's check the other one. I wonder if this is because I goofed and switched it on. Right. There's trouble at Tut Mill. Aye. Right. Let's turn this one on. You see, that works. I think it doesn't bone meal the moss in the middle stripe directly because then it guarantees that there's always a piece of moss available for it to actually, how should we put this, have as a seed piece. So the question is, why is this... This one's working, this one's... Always useful to know, Elcon. Oops. So, the question is, what have I gotten wrong? I wonder if I've accidentally gotten this out of sync with one of my goofs. If it's trying to bone meal when the water's out, nothing will happen. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's the problem. Oh. That's not going to help. Hold on. I think I might have accidentally just... There we are. I had it out of sync. It works! It works! It works! Yeah. You're absolutely right there, Elkhorn. When the water's out, nothing will... And it's because I'd gotten it out of sync when I accidentally goofed it. Of course it sank. It's underwater level. No, I think we're above water level. We're 67 still.
It's alive.
Yay! And fairly heavy. Or fairly quick, by the looks of it. Also, it's managed to change my floor. Run, little blater. What I have decided is that block should have been one of these, which is why I've got 2 left over. Whoops. No. Give me that back. That should have been that. So apparently... Which also fits with Elkhorn's statement of, why does it never actually... Oh, well, I don't know. Cosmic Shield is amazing. No? Does make me think that at no point is there ever going to be anything other than moss down the middle. Which kind of fits with Elkhorn's statement of, why doesn't it just bone meal the middle? That's weird. Ow. Right. Let's turn this on for a minute. I've got random blocks of moss in my inventory, so I'm going to turn those into extra. Apparently I've made this room deeper than I needed to. Maybe not. So, how's it doing for creating stuff? That's pretty good. Other than the Goof Raven, it's functional. It's alive! Alive! Which is good. I'm not happy with it having changed my floor. But, yeah, that's not bad. That's given me 2.5 stacks of moss and a bit. And this one should be okay, because I don't think this is the one I goofed. Right, let's take away this and this. Those are not part of this farm. I'm trying to decide if I should run this one a little bit and make sure it's functional, or if I should wait until I've got the pale moss. But actually, I think I'm going to run this one a little bit just to make sure the control switch is on this side. Oh, no. Nope, this one has exactly the same problem. So, that's a goof. So what I'm going to do is just pick up the water and put the water back in the dispenser when it thinks it's out. Try again. That's working. And it's alive. Brilliant. We have 2 functional moss farms. Yay! that was harder than it should have been. Right. Now comes the opportunity to mess with them. Ah, dear. So, what I'm thinking of doing... Can someone sleep? Yep. Just as soon as I go find a... Oh, somebody got it. So what I'm thinking of doing is having this wall become storage for this. And actually, instead of having it routing out to this single chest here on both sides, I'd like to have it run into a storage wall here. But, that said, I don't know what you get out of Pale Moss yet. And so until that happens, I don't really want to commit to that design, because, well, if I do, you can guarantee that I will probably end up having to rip... I will probably have more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items, and it won't fit. And I will end up cursing myself and probably whimpering in a corner all over again. Gee, go figure. However, we have a functional farm. Yay! In fact, we have a pair of functional farms. So, now comes the bit where we make it pretty. Because, yeah, it's, he's not. He's not pretty. I mean, it's lovely. It's just not pretty. One of us is not comfortable with this, and bizarrely, it's me. So, one of the first things I also need to do is I need to sort out the ceiling, because, well, this is the floor. It's not supposed to also be the ceiling. I also think I can do better with this area. So, right, first things first, let's grab some... I was having a think about an interesting industrial design. And I would like to try it out. Yes, we're all doomed. I've been thinking again. If anyone wishes to panic now, a bit too late. That one are empty. And apparently so is that one. That sounds like a screaming goat. Have we got a screaming goat? Let's check our goats. I'm going to pause the music for a brief sec. That's a lot of goats. How do you know if it's how do you know which one's a screaming goat? Ooh, dream. There's no screamers. Okay. I do, however, have a perfectly functional horn farm. And for those attempting to catch everything, we have a mantine. Okay, what the heck's that one for? Have all the frog lights in your inventory. Ooh. Right. Let me out. Let me out. Right. Let me out. Let me out. Oh, boo. I still haven't caught that one. So many goat noises. Put it down thinking, you won't wander far, you wandered far. Did we get back in time? Are we here? Are we alive? Did that count as a complete lost stream, or did we manage it? Yay, more goats. Apparently the goats knocked me offline. Typical. Can't trust the goats anywhere. Give me a second. I basically brought OBS back as fast as I could, and I haven't got anything else running yet. Oh dear. I don't know what happened there. That timer hasn't reset. Woohoo! I caught it in time. Okay. There we are. There's music. Okay, right. I think the goats knocked me out. Yeah, the goats managed to yeet me entirely off of Twitch. Rotten little blighters. Can't trust those goats. Right. So, I think I saw a hydrate. Yes. Hail hydrate. Hey, Urban. Welcome in. Having an awful week. It's only Monday. Is this a continuation of the issues from last week, though? Oh, I need another, because I don't have any dreams. That sounds wrong. Oh, I know you had I know you had an issue where one of them had their heat lamp go. Okay, we sing. Alright, seek. Seek. Nope, that's dream. Ooh, hold on. Dream. That's ponder. I didn't. Apparently, I have miscounted completely. There's actually another one. Which is ponder. So it's feel, sing, seek, dream, and ponder. And apparently I need to make some more of these. Snake throw its food up. We're not sure. You're not sure why. But oh no! Oh, I'm sorry, Urban. That really is a shame. Only having it 2 months. Hopefully the snake will be okay. Might be just the snake having a bad day, I hope. I mean, for one, that sounds like a bad thing to hope for, but... Might be the snake decided that there was something wrong with the food that time. You're done with lizards. Oh dear. Was that the one that had the heat lamp go on it, though? Or is that a different animal? Different one of them? I'm just wondering if it was a reaction to the heat lamp failure. No, that was the snake. And that might be why the snake decided it didn't like its food. I'm sorry. I really am. That really sucks. I know that you had really wanted the gargoyle gecko. Is it gargoyle gecko Marley? If it does, it's yes, understandable. I know you had really wanted the gecko though, and you hadn't had it long. So I'm sorry about that. Respecting the remnants. Brush a suspicious block. Ooh. Every time we get a lizard. They're not easy to look after. You've told us this. And shown us that it is difficult, but equally you've clearly put a lot of work into it. So snakes are well easier. Understandable. Right. I don't know why I'm trying to Alt-Tab. I don't have a monitor. There. I don't have a cam account. Right. Love your danger noodles. A lot of people don't like them, but a lot of people do, and it sounds like you really do. They're puppies, really. Aww. Well, I will keep my fingers crossed that the snake will be okay. Let's see. I want to do something about a wall. Let's see. Let's go with the polished basalt for the moment. Scared of his own tail and curls up into a ball. Aww. Right. So I was looking at this, and I think I need to make this a little bit more. Okay, like that. And what I'm going to do is actually make this look like a solid wall. Of course, you found Snort. See, that looks more interesting as a wall. What I'd like to do is, where's the, there it is. Oh, hold on. No, this one's an odd wall length. No, that's perfectly understandable, Urban. You've got to have time to mentally get over it. So I'm thinking we can put in an office like this. But what I need is another wall. I need to make this wall the right height. So I need to put in a partition to go over a doorway. Let's see. Something to go over a door. I mean, we've been using the... Ah, no, hold on. I need it to be a solid block. I was about to... Ah, well, why not? Let's... If we use... excuse me. If we use the exposed cut copper stairs that we've got all over the place... At some point I want to put a window, start putting windows in here. Let's see. Let's use these as a lintel. Much appreciated for keeping it PG. I can understand it being a stressful time at the moment. So we do that. I like that. That's got promise. Tempted to, so let's see. We've got this room. I think if we do that. Now it's going to have a bit weird at that corner, but that's not a problem. And let's do... No, let's not. Let's use this wall. So... let's make this a nice wide window here. And then let's put a window in here. And I think we need a window on the front of the building, but I need to double check. Oh no, this wall is the one that is already down to the ground level. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. That should work nicely. So I'm thinking this building I'm going to keep as a single story. I don't want this one to be much bigger, because I think it's right next to the warehouse. It's right next to this one, and it's right next to this one. I think having it as a single story would look okay, because it's got the extra height over here. So I think that's a good layout for having this not look too big. I mean, we've got room to put another building here at some point. And this might be where I start putting in librarians or something. Although, the librarians might end up in this building. I still need to actually finish that building off. I love the way that I'm sort of pulling together half buildings all over the place. Oopsie. Let's see. How do we want to do... I think I probably want to do the roof similar to this one, though. So let's start sorting out the roof. Yes, I know. I haven't got an interior. I've barely got the walls, but let's start on the roof. Ooh. Probably need a load more of the brick to put another layer in, though, I think. Do I have any axolotl? No, I don't think I do have any in this world. No, I don't think I do in this world. I've not actually been actively looking for them here. Don't need the granite, do need the bricks. Let's grab a load more bricks, and I need to put another layer up. Catch one for you and try to breathe it. Oh, I'm not sure I have the 4.5 million years needed to breed a blue axolotl. I think Hunter's trying that in this world. At some point, I will try and breed a blue axolotl, though. I don't know if it'll be this world or my other world, though. Oh. Oh, no. There's a way to fast breed them. Nah. Is there? Didn't think there was. I'm not very good at breeding them anyway. I keep placing the... I keep placing the tropical fish into the water rather than feeding them to the axolotl. Eight shoulders of hassle. Yeah, that sounds about right. They are not easy to get. This area feels like it needs a window. Ow. This area feels like it needs a safety net because I keep dropping myself off the roof. Alright, let's put those back in because what I'm going to be doing is putting in some... Yes, right. Let's start with... What colour do we want for the interior? So we've got the white for the floor. I feel like I should go for something slightly darker for the ceiling. Tough could go nicely. Is there a polished tuff? There is, isn't there? Yes, there is. Excellent. I think a polished tuff ceiling will look... if you want one, do it in my forever world. Yes, I think... my forever world is more likely to be where I do it. Whoops. Right, let's put that away. So I'm trying to make this look like an office building, and I feel like polished tuff will probably do that. I'm so glad that chisel bookshelves are cheap now. And polished. Ooh, let's turn these into stairs, because I think what I'd like to do is put a row of stairs in. We'll post the video with the axolotl thing you're on about. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I reckon I can get away with 3 rows of 3 if I do this. Yeah, Feg provided me with the details of the armadillo-based XP farm, and I feel like that might be something to build into my forever world as well. I feel weird calling it a forever world. I know a lot of people have been calling things forever worlds in Minecraft in the recent months. And I know it is a forever world. It just feels weird to describe it that way. Also feels weird not to be able to place blocks without actually goofing. Okay, how does that look? Ooh, I like that. That has a nice office block feel. Yes. Right. I am going to need an absolute metric boatload more polished tuff, though. Fortunately, all of my polished tuff is on my boats, so that's a good place to get the boatload from. It's all on the... That was a terrible pun, Scott. Why? Why? Right. I think the problem is going to be this edge. But actually, what I could do is have... I could do 2 rows, since we assume... You do occasionally get bits in offices that aren't quite a match. And so you could do this. And just have it as a separate section. Do I want to have roof access on this building? In the same way as I've got on that building? Nah. Ooh. Yes, but we'll have it from outside. We'll put an AC unit on the roof. That would make sense. I must admit, this whole sort of trying to build in a modern style is really messing with my head. because I am so used to not doing modern styles. Having been doing the Madness world for so long, which is distinctly not a modern style, this world being the modern style is decidedly different, shall we say. Oh god, this building's starting to feel like it's it's the permit office from from Hermitcraft. Oh dear. Oh, no, that one's wrong. I'm wondering if I should do a couple of these in a slightly off colour to make it look like they're old and beaten up a bit. But what would the off colour be? Really? Well, you can stay down there. Oh, I've still got two. I've still got this back area to do. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm going to have so many off by 1 errors on this. That looks pretty good. I might have to raise this a little. Yeah, I think having the doors only too high is going to feel wrong in here. Given the height of the roof, this feels too short. Is that Silk Touch? Yes, it is. That's good, because you must remember, if you don't use Silk Touch on a chiseled bookshelf, you don't get the chiseled bookshelf back. You lose it. Because of course you do. That's better. Actually, I'm not sure about use of the copper. What if I just use polished basalt and... I'm gonna leave it as the polished basalt as a temporary block while I have a think about it. Right. How many... Oh, I've still got the half slabs. Three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 4's 12, 13, 14. I'm short by 15 stairs. That's not too bad. And for those who are attempting to catch all of their Pokemon, we have a I.D.I.O.T.I in chat. That sounded like that we might have finally gotten a screaming goat. Chutul. Oh, thank you, Tor. Apparently I can't read. I should probably put my glasses on. Problem is, I don't like wearing my glasses whilst I'm streaming because the headphones I wear press onto the arms of them too much. And I end up with a bit of a headache. side effects of a considered a monocle? You haven't even met me yet, Torn. You don't know how silly that would look. Right. I say yet, but because we're going to have to work out the end of the month. Right. Oh, I like that. It's got a very... I really feel like I'm starting to build the flipping permit office here. it's a monocle. It doesn't mean it. And has since... there was a... What's the name of the author who wrote the Da Vinci Code? It's not Dan Brown, is it? Actually, it might be Dan Brown. It is. Thank you. I think he wrote a book where they have somebody who sets up a code and sends it out and causes the CIA to basically use a super secret computer to try and break it. During that book, however, there is... I don't know if I have a screaming goat mythical. I don't know what they sound like. But that particular book has an assassin who goes around with a monocle, which actually has a computer screen in it, or computer overlay on it. That would be the sort of monocle I would want, Tor. Oh, we think we've got a screamer now. Hello, you lot. I think we have a screamer. Hey, Black Lad. Welcome in. That wasn't intended to end up being quote-worthy, but, yes. How do I figure out who it is? That is a question, True Purple. That is a question. And I don't know the answer to that one either. Right. I'm going to use blackstone for some of the roofing. Now, what does the... Oh yeah, those will look nice as the pinnacle of these. Be trading you for one when I breed more, and you'll just have to move them out one by one till the... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You do know the only reason I was trying to actually get one mythical was because you said you'd wanted one. So, honestly, it's less likely to be breed more and more a matter of just find which one it is and hand it off to you. How did I not count that correctly? They have different horns as well. Do the screamers have difficult horns? Different horns. I know all the horns are... So far I've got feel, sing, seek, dream, and ponder. Do the screaming ones have specifically different ones as well? Oh, okay. I may have to spend some more time with screaming goats. Is a statement I never thought I'd say. Oh dear. Right. Lord. So, what I'm thinking, which is a bad start because he's thinking again. If I do some of this, yeah, polished, I think, is the alternative colour. For far too long.
Something special about the way our lives are intertwined. There's something about you that just leaves me mystified.
I will be capping this off with a different colour as a half slab. No, not that one. That one. To make this look... So, do I also want to keep going with the bits of this are broken? No, I don't think I want to. Whoops, no, that's the wrong way up. Oh, really? Goodness. Thank you, Fag.
Wish I could relive the day I met you and fall in love a second time. I could run.
I'm gonna finish putting this bit in. Oh, maybe I'm not. There's more of it than I thought. Why is there always more of this roof? I never actually... Grr. Mutter. Rant. Arg. Let's get this a little bit further along. And then we will have to declare quote 200, unfortunately. Oops, that's going to be something I'll have to pick up again. It's me trying to rush, I think. Actually, it's not. It's just very easy to to make a mistake. You only want a screaming goat because you want to make a dungeon and having the script. Oh my. Oh my. Mythical. What are we going to do with you? Is that a full block? Yes, it is. I can place... I can place a firework on it. Right. Was that all the ones that I got the wrong way up? Yes. Yes, it was. So what I'm going to do is put in arching similar to what I've done on this roof onto this roof so that it looks a bit more like it's being held up. And this mushroom's got to go. That said, I might actually have to bring some mushrooms back into this. But I'd like to do something a bit less flat. So I'm going to have a look at some inspiration art and some inspiration bits, and figure out how to do a bit more some interesting mushrooms. I'm going to do interesting mushrooms. That sounds like I really have to be careful with who I buy them from. You go back in here, you go back in here. Right, what I will do is grab these. And let's see if I can get that onto the top of this before we wrap up. Right, nearly there. There. And now I can't get off the roof. Oh hey, I didn't spot that one before. Apparently there's an eye here. I should collect that. Right, let us have a quick look at what all of this looks like in Pretty's mode, though. That's starting to look like it's yet another fairly brutalist building in an area full of fairly brutalist buildings. But equally, I think it's going to look pretty good. I need to put in... oh! There's another eye here as well. Apparently I can't find eyes very well. I spy with my little eye something that makes me look like I've not been finding the eyes properly. Oh, this definitely has permit office vibes, doesn't it? Oh, let's have a look at our moss farms, though. Oh, those look... those are going to look fun when I do them up. And we have a toxicity for those who might want to try and catch that one. The permit office. Please hold while you play I Spy. Yes. I think that ceiling does... It's got that very... I mean, this whole room needs to be lit up a lot more. But it definitely has a office feel to it. And I may end up making this look a bit like the permit office from Hermitcraft on the inside. Because we do need a building like that. Also, at some point, I need to put an interior into this building. I'm glad it looks industrial, Pixie, because that's kind of the feel I was aiming for. I mean, the whole area is supposed to be effectively a shipping terminal for another build. Whether or not I ever get to the other build is going to be anyone's guess. It's taken me so long building this build that that may be another year or another season. I don't know how long we're going to keep this server for? I know there were suggestions it was going to be about 18 months. But so at this rate, I'll probably finish this build just in time for it to be finished. I mean, I've still got to finish. I've still got to move my sheep. Why do I still have sheep down here? And I need to build something down there, and I need to finish off this, and I'm still tempted to build a second one of those. I mean, this is... I love the fact that originally this was my mid-base. This was what I was going to build and then move on to a larger base. It's turned... I think this may end up just being the whole build, the whole season. We'll see. Thank you. Look after yourself, Urban. And I hope the snake will be okay. Right. However, now, I'm going to have fun because my buttons are going to be out of sync here. Right. I need to wrap up here because it is that time. I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been absolutely fantastic having everyone here, and thank you for sticking with me during the little outage that we had. And also, thank you for joining me even when it has been slightly weird timing for those who are putting up with time zone change. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where we will be back in my normal world, because, hey, why not? I am going to... Let's have a look. I've got a couple of people that I'm tempted to send us over to, but the one I like the look of, simply because I would love to see how it's going, I'm going to send us over to Calvin MC, who, as far as I can tell, is not... How long have they been running for? Just want to double check. Oh, they're just starting up. Fantastic timing then. So, they have their stream down as doing a Nether Fortress rebuild, which sounds like it's going to be a fantastic bit of work given their style. Where are they? Here we are. So, I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves, and hopefully I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.